should a Christian relate to issues like tattoo, gambling, smoking? Some of these issues that were not explicitly stated by scriptures that they are sins. What must you do when you are confronted with them? Lately, there has been an uproar concerning tattoos. Some people are saying it's a sin, while others are saying it is allowed. But I believe it is a bit more nuanced than just knowing if it's a sin or not a sin. As Christians, our actions must be motivated by love for God and love for the brethren. So it's not just how it will affect us, it's also how it will affect our brothers in Christ. In Leviticus 19:28, the Bible was saying that, Moses was telling the Israelites they should not make cuts in their body for the dead. So God was trying to separate them from pagan practices. They were a holy nation, they were a peculiar people. So God needed to give them a lot of restrictions. But in our time, some of these laws are no longer binding. So as a Christian, what must be your disposition when you are confronted with things like this? Number one, you have to know that we have been called to liberty. According to Ephesians 5:13, so we have been called to liberty, but do not use your liberty for an occasion, to give the flesh an occasion to express itself. So just because we can does not mean we should. You say all things are allowed, all things are permitted, but not all things are expedient. Not all things are beneficial. So there must be a boundary to our actions. It's just because we have been called to liberty does not mean that we should do everything that we are allowed to do. In 1 Corinthians chapter 8, this is where I'm driving at. 1 Corinthians chapter 8. Let's start from verse 9. It says, but take heed, lest by any means this liberty of yours become a stumbling block to them that are weak. So your actions can be a stumbling block to them that are weak. There are some weak believers who believe tattoo is sin. So when they see that tattoo in their leader, when they see that tattoo in the body of one of their brethren, they are offended and their faith is weakened. So it's not just about you, it's about others. It's not just about what you believe. I know you are enlightened. I know you have studied and you have come to the conclusion that tattoo is not a sin. But there are some other weak brethren in your midst, in your congregation, that believe that tattoo is a sin. So you having tattoo will be a stumbling block to them. Verse 10 said, for if any man see thee which has knowledge, sit at meat in the idol's temple, shall not the conscience of him which is weak be emboldened to eat those things which are offered to idols? And through thy knowledge shall thy weak brother perish, for whom Christ died. So through your knowledge, through what you do, your weak brother's conscience can be defiled, can be weakened. And by so doing, the sin will not just be that you have put tattoo on your body, but you have caused a weak brother to perish. But when you sin so against the brethren, now when they are weak conscience, you sin against Christ. You see, the crux of the matter is that the sin is not just that you have put that thing on your body. The sin is that you have caused a brother to stumble. You have caused a brother to lose his faith in Christ because of your freedom, because of your liberty. Someone else's faith has been affected. Wherefore, if meat, God is not telling us that if meat make my brother to be offended, then I will no longer eat meat. If tattoo will cause my brethren, my brother in Christ, that weak brother, that weak sister to be offended, then I will not put tattoo on my body. So it is incredibly selfish, like I have said before, to do things just because you can. But you have to look at others. You have to look at people. You have to look at how it will affect them. And as leaders, as ministers, we are not here to prove a point. We are here to shepherd souls and defend doctrine, defend the faith, not to prove a point. Christianity is not about proving points. We are not here to prove points. We are here to defend doctrines and shepherd. There are all manner of souls. We are in charge of mixed multitudes. There are people of different level of faith that are looking unto us. We have people of influence. So what we do influence others. What we do have a far-reaching effect in the faith of others. So we must watch what we do. We must apply wisdom always so that we don't cause others to stumble. We don't cause them to lose their faith in Christ, because God has placed us in an exalted position where people look unto us. So we must be careful. But the sin will be that you have caused a brother to stumble. The issue will be that you have caused someone else that Christ has died for to stumble. You might know that it is not a sin, that it is allowed, but that weak brother that is looking up to you does not know it, and that weak brother will stumble and lose his faith. and his blood will be accounted for by you that have caused that brother to lose his faith. So we must be careful and let God guide us always. Thank you. God bless you.